In this fifth episode of our Communal Property Essential series, I'm going to give an introduction on what is an annual general meeting, where this meeting should be, what is quorum, why quorum is important, and how your meeting should be recorded. In this Communal Property Essential series, I give you an introduction on the core subjects surrounding being on your property's management committee. Well, this video is to give you a general introduction to the AGM, and it's not intended as a comprehensive step-by-step instruction on how to organise it. The annual general meeting is such an important topic as there are so many ways that you can accidentally invalidate your meeting and the committee, even when you think you're doing things for the right reasons. Because this is such an important topic, I run regular online live training events on how to organise your AGM. Also, if you have a copy of the Ultimate Committee Handbook, you'll see a very large chunk is all about the AGM. So if you're planning your next AGM, I would strongly suggest, once you've watched this video, to attend one of my next free AGM live training events or pick up a copy of my book. Now, if you want 100% assurance that your AGM follows all the rules and requirements, I do offer a done-for-you AGM service, which basically involves my team organising your AGM for you. And either one of my team or myself will physically attend your meeting to help guide you through every stage and provide a certificate showing all of the required steps and how they were taken. This done-for-you AGM service doesn't break the bank either. These packages are available from $297, which isn't a bad investment to make sure that your AGM, your committee and your communal funds are all within the requirements of the regulations. If you want to know more about this, I'll put a link in the video description. So now I've got all of that out of the way, let's go through the essential components of an AGM. Every year there should be a meeting for your unit owners to get together and discuss the management, the maintenance and the administration of your apartment building or resort. At this meeting, the financials for the last year should be presented and your unit owners will elect the management committee for the next year. If you haven't already watched my video on the management committee and its role, you can find this on CyprusCommunalGuide.com under the Communal Property Essentials video series. Your AGM is also the place where you would give any additional presentations on things like maintenance reports, management company reports, and pretty much anything else that would be of interest to the unit owners. Well, the name Annual General Meeting does give you a clue that the meeting should be held at least once per year. Now, the exact date is up to you, but I usually suggest to have this date close to the end of your financial year. That way the decisions on the budget can be put into effect pretty much straight away after the meeting. Now, your AGM doesn't have to be held at your building. In fact, unless your building only has a few owners, I strongly advise against this. I don't like on-site meetings as they give the wrong impression on the importance of the meeting, and they can add additional difficulties like restrictions on the types of presentations you can give, internet streaming options, and the numbers of owners that you can have fit into the meeting. I generally recommend looking for a formal meeting place such as a hotel conference room or an events room at some bar or local restaurant. Somewhere where you can hold a formal meeting in comfort with all of the facilities available to give your presentations a bit of a professional touch. Many of these you'll be able to negotiate a low-cost rate or even a free event room if you pick a quiet day and they know they're going to get good bar sales out of it. And we all know at these AGMs, the one thing you can guarantee is there's going to be some good sales at their bar. Also, this location should be where the majority of the unit owners can attend easily. There's no restriction in the regulation that requires the AGM to be held at the building or even in Cyprus. So if most of your building owners are in the UK, for example, well, rather than expecting 100 people to fly to Cyprus for the meeting, why not hold the meeting in the UK? You need to have 50% of the eligible owners in attendance either in person or by proxy at your meeting for it to go ahead. This is important as if you proceed without this quorum, then your meeting and any of the votes or elections that took place during that meeting can be invalidated. If you struggle with attendance, you're not alone. A lot of developments have a similar problem, and there are allowances in the law for this. But you need to make sure that you follow the exact requirements of the regulations. As I covered in one of the earlier videos in this series, the day-to-day decisions are made up by a small group of individuals, who are the representatives of the property owners. This committee is made up to 5 individuals, and you usually have a president, a treasurer, a secretary, and up to 2 general committee members. All positions on the management committee must go up for election at each AGM. No committee member's position will automatically roll over. They must be elected or re-elected at each meeting, even if nobody else wants to join the committee. The AGM is also where you present the summary financial reports for the last year. You'll discuss any differences between your budget estimates and the actual costs, talk about any problems with bad debts, and discuss the proposed budget for the next 12 months. If you have a small development, you may be able to print and hand out these reports. But if you are a larger development, you'll most likely find that a small PowerPoint or keynote presentation will help a lot. It's really important to have full transparency with your financial records. So make sure your accounts presentation is clear and comprehensive. You don't need to read out every fact and figure, but you should present the most important key facts and then have a more detailed report available to be distributed or included within the minutes. The most important step of an AGM is not getting quorum, voting in the committee, or presenting the budget. The most important part of the AGM is how you record the AGM. The record of the meeting is called the minutes. Even if you do everything correctly, if you don't have a detailed set of minutes to prove this, you may as well not have had the meeting at all. These minutes should include details of everyone in attendance, in person and by proxy, the figures for your quorum calculations, your voting calculations and election results, and should be signed by the meeting president and the meeting secretary. You can get a template for your AGM minutes on the Cyprus Communal Guide Community Hub, and I'll include a link to this document in the video description. This is part of our premium content range, but if you have purchased a copy of the Ultimate Committee Handbook, these are included to you free of charge, and you will have been sent a different link to download these. So you set the date, you notify all owners about the meeting, and on the day only a couple turn up. Well, as I already mentioned, there are regulations that allow you to proceed with the meeting even with low attendance, providing you follow the strict quorum steps in the regulations. But this still isn't great. A lack of owner interest in the building is a negative environment and leads to higher default rates and difficulties in running the building. So how do you increase attendance rates? Well, I'll be covering that exact topic in the next episode of the Communal Property Essentials video series. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, you can click on the subscribe button below, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to make sure you're notified when new videos are released. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I do check these and will answer them. I'm Russell Flick from the Cyprus Communal Guide, where we help you unlock your building's true potential. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.